Well, hey everybody, how y'all doing? All right, here we are, another Wednesday night, August 3rd, 2022. Man, hard to believe, man. Summertime is definitely giving us some heat now, but we'll get through it, and before you know it, we'll be heading into fall. I think we got like what 52 days before fall comes and everything like that. So hopefully everybody's doing quite well. Like I said, it is horrible hot here. It's I don't know 50 or no, what am I saying? 50 something. It's 92, 93, 94 degrees, somewhere around in there. But hopefully everybody's doing quite well. And it's been a busy week thus far, but enjoying it and everything. So I am going to, let's see here, copy the clipboard and get that link up here. Well, hey Al, hey Boxcar Jerry, how y'all doing? All right, man. Good to see everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing quite well. It is, like I said, it's really, really horrible hot here. But yeah, it's August, and we got like what 50 something days till fall and everything like that. So, all right, let's see. Well, hey there, Al. How you doing, man?
Not bad. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
Oh, give me a second. I'm all upside down and everything.
That's all right, man. Roaming Southern Norway's in the house. The Wandering Monk is in the house. He said
That's
it's
true.
101 there today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's like 92 or 93 here, so Fahrenheit, but that's all right. This is what's it like up your way, Al?
It's about 77 here today, which for us it's warm.
Yeah,
So,
for us that would be like a dream come true.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah, yeah. It's even in the shade here, it's like oh my god. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
How
uh,
you been?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a busy day and a busy week, but doing quite well. And got a we did a review of that outdoor privacy tent, little toilet looking thing, and everything like that. So that was cool. Got another couple of companies that have contacted us about doing some reviews of stuff. So we'll see how that goes. And Weather Watchers in the house. Adventures with Kenny and Debbie's in the house. What? All right, man. But yeah, it's staying busy, and I tell you the truth, man, I'm literally counting down the days till fall. I cannot wait. Yeah, it's just
Just waiting for that weather to turn, huh?
oh my goodness, yeah, it was the same way last year too, man. They got up to about August, and the heat kept hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. And then we got, I guess, my birthday's on November 4th, and Thanksgiving here in the United States is what the fourth Thursday of the month, and finally frost came. Yay, so yeah,
Very pleasant sight to see when you woke up in the morning.
it was. I said, all right, man. Senior Firewood Homestead, Larry's in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody share your links, man. Weather Watcher has a severe weather update, widespread wind damage across the Great Lakes of Missouri Valley. I tell you what, we had a storm touch down here 2 nights ago, and I haven't heard thunder like that in a long time. It was like nonstop thunder. It just never stopped. And then about 2 miles to the east of here, I mean, there were like tree limbs and just stuff all over the road and stuff. So that was weird, man. So I don't know what happened. They never did actually say what went on, but like I said, the thunder was just one big, it never
Just
stopped. So yeah,
one of those random things.
yeah,
I
it
had
was
to
like
harvest my peas today.
oh
The shells are starting to turn a bit yellow on them.
oh my goodness,
Okay.
I see it. That's cool, man.
So I had to, but to come out pretty good.
That's good. That's good. Yeah,
So I'm going about, I don't know, I only had two little buckets there, so I got maybe, I don't know, quarter cup apiece.
yeah,
But, it
yeah.
was a meal
You know what?
for
I mean,
me anyway.
anytime you can grow your own stuff, even if it's just a little bit, it's I don't know, it kind of feels good, you know,
Yeah.
be able to, pick an apple and say I grew it, and all that.
Well,
So
there's a crab apple tree up here behind me, but after the frost hits, they turn sweet.
Right.
So last year I picked a bunch and I think I got 6 jars of applesauce out of it. So
Oh,
this
that's
year
so
I'm gonna
cool.
go up and pick twice as many and just make a ton of applesauce and that
Yeah.
out of them.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to get another couple of trees, and I got like 13, 14 fruit trees out there now. I'm getting ready to add another one or two, you know, to it. Probably some more plums and some peaches and stuff. I tell you what, man, you go to a grocery store here. Good grief, man.
Oh, the it's the same here. The price of the fruit and stuff is
Yeah,
crazy expensive, crazy expensive,
and
and
it's
I don't see the point in having the prices so high on them because there's
yeah,
more stuff being wasted because it's not getting sold.
it's not getting sold because I mean you can't afford to spend $10 on two peaches, you know. So
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's crazy.
and gasoline has kind of slowly came down a little bit here now. I think it's like a little less than $4 a gallon, but you
Yeah.
know, different parts of the U.S. are different prices, so who knows, you know. But plain old Chuck is in the house. All right, man. Let's see here. Who else? Mountain Moon Adventures is in the house. Senior Fire. Larry says his peaches are almost ripe. Oh man, awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Hit that like button, people, on your way in.
I appreciate that so much. Yeah, I actually would successfully manage to pop on a couple of lives this week. I
Oh,
actually,
did you?
I did. I was like, I would get home and before going outside, I'd get out of my uniform and like, oh, there's somebody alive, man. Let's go up here and
I got someone to visit.
yeah. Because normally when I pop on, it's like I catch the last minute or two of somebody, and and they say, "Oh, we've been on for 4 hours," and I'm like, "Oh, no, okay," but so who
Yeah,
else?
I've been missing a lot of lives in that this week. Actually, I haven't been on a whole lot of channels at all. Actually, which is odd for me. People are used to seeing me now.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, we talk about this all the time. It's just life gets
Life happens.
you know, and you got to do what you got to do. And see, Mountain Moon Adventures nailed the on my way. All right, appreciate it so much. All right, but like I
You
said,
know, it's not hot. Oh, sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's not hot enough here. I got to get a fire going.
Oh, okay. Shoot, man. It's hotter outside without a fire than it is if we had a fire. I think and
Yep.
man, I'll tell you what, and the air conditioning in all the buildings is struggling to keep it cool, and it's like, oh my goodness. And we went out and bought a bird bath. And, I bet that thing was out there in the yard maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and the birds found it. You I poured
Oh
water.
my God, cold water.
When I was pouring the water in there, I could hear them up in the trees, like, it was almost like they were saying, "All right, man, step on it, get on it."
Hurry up and get out of the way.
Yeah. And then maybe a half hour later, I looked outside and there was like two cardinals out there, frolicking around. And I said, "Man, okay, cool, awesome." So
That's nice to see that like that, though.
yeah, yeah. I see who else is done up in here. Oh, Dastiny Dawning is in the house. Says hello, Al. Hello, Dave. All right, man. I talked to the Canadian Beaver yesterday, and he said that he just might pop in here. Today is his youngest daughter, I think it's Brooke's birthday. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, so he said he might pop up in here, and plain old Chuck says just got back from vacation, out to the camper now to make sure everything made it through the storms. Yeah, there was a lot of storms, man. Oh my goodness, man. You see that mess in Kentucky, man. Woo, boy. Yep. That was bad. Yeah.
The weather can certainly make a mess out of things real fast.
Yeah, yep. But
Real fast.
like I said, that rain came up a couple days ago. I tell you what, it was raining so hard it was just smacking the leaves off the trees. That's how hard it was raining. So okay, see, Mountain Moon. Okay, shut down everything now. I can sit. Oh, okay, cool. All right, man. All right, let's see who else has managed to come up in here. All right, I'm gonna keep on popping that link. That way, if anybody wants to come on up, they sure can. But Jamie from Lower Michigan said that he may pop in here. Let's see here. Scott, Canadian Beaver, said he may pop up in here. Everyday Dad Colgan, my friend that lives a few miles from here, he said he may pop up in here. So
You're gonna have a whole house full soon.
yeah, it's cool, but it's like I think we were all talking. It's just life gets so busy, man. Sometimes that you just can't meet all the schedules you want to and stuff like that. But yeah, but I am, like I said, I am so ready for cold weather this year, and uh, I got 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days to retire. So
Well, usually up here, September it starts to cool off up here.
right here,
So
you can get some cooler weather in September. Some of the nights get what we call crisp, 50
yeah,
degrees Fahrenheit. And then you get into October, you get what we call Indian summer.
yeah.
It'll warm up a little bit. Then you cross into November, and it just literally goes, it drops off right quick. So, all right, we have Facebook user. I don't know who it is. Says hey. So hello, Facebook user. Give me a hint. Give me some initials so I might be able to guess who you might be. Well, but all right,
There's been
guess
there's
who's
been
here.
some Facebook users popping in on yours lately.
Hey, man, Canadian Beaver Scott, what's up?
Hello, campers!
Is it today's a birthday day?
Wait a second here.
Oh, okay.
I've got to make sure that I can hear you gentlemen quite fine. There we go. Now it's a lot better.
Gotcha. All right.
How you doing, Dave? How you doing, Chafe?
How's it going?
Awesome. Can't complain. Cannot complain at all.
Well, that's good, man. All right.
You got a bit of a Rambo look going on there.
Yeah. You like my new look now?
Yeah. Yeah, they drew first blood, right?
Well, that's what that's the saying. I've been trying to get out of the house for the last couple of weeks here, and maybe one of these days my wife will let me out. So we'll see what happens. No, the reason why I'm wearing this is for the Stealth Camping Alliance. We had a Rambo challenge.
I heard that. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of those videos.
Yeah, so all of July, a bunch of members just put out all their rendition of what would have happened if Rambo didn't get picked up by the police.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've been doing all these little spoofs on Rambo and had a great time with it. Unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to actually get out there. If you watch my video, you'll see what happens, but yeah. I had a lot of fun doing it. It was amazing. I was just trying to follow my nose,
I heard that, man. The Old Sweets Farm is in the house. Everybody say hello to the Old Sweets Farm. Devil Dog's in the house. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the videos from the Stealth Camping Alliance and stuff, and a few of them have made it over onto Dave Collier Camping. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's always great to hear. And guess what? I got a nice little gift from you there, Dave, just a while ago.
Oh,
ta-da! And just to show everyone, all Dave's viewers out there, look what I got. And it was a nice little card. It says, "Just a little thank you." And look at that. A little gerbil. It looks kind of like a little beaver, though, eh? But Dave is such a great guy. He's sending out this wonderful thank you card, and even inside it says, "My wife and I enjoyed your live. She thought the beavers were so cute." And I hope you still have that beaver there, Dave.
He's right here behind me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I forgot. What did you call him again?
Beav, Ontario.
Oh yeah, Beav, Ontario. And look at what Chafe has there. And Chafe has a sticker on his. And guess what? Bam!
Oh, all right, man.
I got one of these too. But guess what, Dave?
What's that?
today is Brooke's birthday.
I heard that. I did.
So I'm going to give this sticker to her, and I'm going to see on where she puts it.
That sounds good, man.
I've had stickers on the walls, on the roof, everywhere. So it'll be interesting to see where this one ends up.
That'd be cool, man. Yeah, you let her do a video on it. I stuck it here.
Yeah, I stuck it right here. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for the thank you card, Dave. That was very appreciative. Like I'm just thank you so much, man. That's awesome.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it so much, man. All right.
So much,
Devil Dog says he got one too. That's cool. Okay, everybody's getting there. Expeditionary Johnny's in the house. All right, man. So what y'all got planned for the birthday party?
Well, she's already opened up her birthday presents,
Okay.
so she's all happy. I guess nowadays they have all these like little trinkets and all that, and oh hey Cooper.
All right. Trinkets and all that. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad to hear that. So how old is she today?
She is going to be 7 years old today. Yeah, she's all excited. We're going to be celebrating her birthday on the weekend, so we're going to do a big camp out in the backyard with tents, and we have a popcorn machine and a big screen. You know those big white screens there?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to hook it up to my deck and basically project a movie onto it. So we're gonna have a big outdoor movie theater experience while we're all in our tents and everything. So it should be a big blast. We usually do this at the end of summer, but she really wanted to do this for her birthday, so that's what we're doing.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go in very shortly because I think she ordered food. You know what? We have a place here in Canada. It's called St. Hubert's. Do you have that down in your area, Dave?
No, I don't believe we do. No.
Okay. Well, in Canada, we have a place called St. Hubert's. It's a chicken and fry kind of place. They rotisserie their chicken, and they have fries and coleslaw and all that. But when I grew up, I ate Swiss chalet.
Oh, okay.
Do you have Swiss chalet down in your area?
No, we do not.
No? Oh my god, you are missing something, my friend. Man, they have the best delicious sauce that you could ever taste. Have you ever tried their sauce, Chafe?
Oh God, yeah, I eat that with everything.
Oh, it's amazing. You could drink their sauce like almost a tea. It's so delicious.
That's awesome, man.
Very good tea, but a tea all the same.
Oh yeah. So that's but I'm trying to convince my kids to eat Swiss chalet, but no, they got their mother's side, the French side of them, and they went for Saint Hubert, which is the Swiss chalet's competition. Oh. But their sauce tastes a little bit different. But before I go, I want just to say a cheers with you gentlemen, because it's been a long time. And I don't know if Dave, you got your water there?
I got coffee.
Oh, coffee today. Oh, okay. Moving up.
I'm making mine, but I got some water.
Okay, and Cooper, what about you, Cooper, buddy? You got your water there?
Oh, yeah, I just
But check out the size of this beer, though. Look, it's as big as my head.
I'd say that. Man.
Holy smokes! I got this when I was in New Brunswick. I just actually got back from vacation probably a week ago. So I'm trying to catch up on all the stuff and
Right.
Yeah, but I got this big beer. So I just want to say cheers to you gentlemen. Hope that your August will turn out to be the best one ever. Cheers!
Cheers. All right. Appreciate it so much. Grumpy Grunt's in the house. Heidi's here and there's in the house. Let's see who else we slid by us. All right. All right, man. You make sure you tell Brooke happy birthday from all of us.
I definitely will, and I'll make sure I'll pass that sticker along to her. So, gentlemen, have a great day, and I will see you next time. But always remember to
Follow your
follow your
nose.
nose. See you, gentlemen,
Man.
and everyone out there.
All right, bye-bye, man. He's a tough act to follow.
I tell you.
All right, man. Awesome. Devil Dog says Semper Fi. Instructor Johnny says cheers. Well, if everybody missed any of that, his little girl, the youngest daughter, Brooke, will be 7, and today is her birthday. So everybody remember Brooke Cassidy for your birthday. So wishes and stuff. So all right, man. Anybody else want to come up and join us up here? Don't be bashful. Double Dog, Grumpy Grunt, Expeditionary Johnny, come on up, man. All right, man. So, what you gonna cook for dinner tonight, Al? Anything?
Yeah, I got a couple of burgers I'm gonna put on. I'm making one burger, but I got 2 patties.
Oh, okay. A double hamburger. Huh?
They're just store bought.
Yeah.
I think it's their store bought prime rib burger is what it's called.
Okay.
I don't really think it's prime rib.
How you doing, buddy? You doing good? All right. Johnny's in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man. Just got back to the house and getting ready to smoke up some food on the smoker here in a little bit.
Ooh, all right. Yeah.
Nice.
A little bit of pork roast.
Yeah, I was watching your tomahawk throw yesterday.
I'm lucky to have all my toes this week.
I'll tell you what, I have done some stuff like that in times past and had them ricochet every which way, and you wonder how in the world is like a tomahawk or a hatchet come 30 feet backwards, you know? that tree must have had it in for me. So Kelly Sims is in the house. Everybody say hello to Kelly. So,
Hi, Kelly.
all right.
They would say.
All right. So what you got going next, John?
Well, let's see here. So tonight is just have a drink or two while I'm smoking some food, eating. Try the dabble in the keto diet, quote, by having some pork rinds. But I'll probably go out for a hike tomorrow and cook some food. I was thinking about making some pot stickers. Why? Just cause, you know.
Right.
And then come back home and watch a movie or something like that. It's that way too hot to be trying to even sleeping outside right now.
That's what I was telling Al. It's like 94 degrees here, man. It's just you don't even want to be out there, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I drink probably a good half a gallon of water when I go out on like just for a few hours. I
sure.
just down it. I'm like, gosh, that first 32 ounces is gone in no time. And
Yeah,
like,
first 10 minutes. Yeah, I know what you mean. Redbird Farm is in the house. Wade Gullich is in the house. Ozark Hillbilly's in the house. So, Cooper, how you doing today, man?
Good.
Good. So, what you got planned for the rest of the evening?
Yeah, Coop, you gotta just hang out and watch us be silly today.
Yeah. Red
I'm
Bar
not sure it's gonna-
it's 107 degrees there. Oh my goodness, man. We're nowhere near that, but oh boy, man, oh man. So,
It's brutal. I did that hike last week. I think where I just went up a hill, went to a campground, and made like a sausage with some sauerkraut, and yeah, it was in the 80s and humid, and I was just like, man.
Wait till you hear what it's 77 degrees at Al's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Fahrenheit, right now.
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit. And he picked peas. Around here, when you pick peas, that's a sign of cold weather coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had no choice. They were starting to turn on me. The shells were starting to yellow out on me.
Oh wow. So yeah, got to grab them while you can before they go bad, huh?
Yeah.
Is it? Have you had a cold spell? I'm like,
No.
you're Northern Hemisphere, no?
Yep.
Cold stuff. Yeah, it's 77.
I think it's because I'm next to the water, the salt water.
Yeah.
Like I literally, from my steps, I can throw rocks right into the salt water.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking that might have a lot to do with it.
You might be right. Yeah, I tell you, atmosphere it wreaks havoc on everything. So
It does, man. And I tell you what, I
But
would not want
some
to
of
be
the
in the
leaves.
part of the U.S. right now, though, man. It's horrible dry out there, man.
Let me just show you this. Some of the leaves on my greens.
Dicking around outdoors is in the house.
Are fucking monsters.
yeah,
Man,
yeah, they have. Holy
That's
cow.
my turnips, right?
that's cool.
Now something's eating them. I've been picking out little grubs off of them as I'm
Right.
finding them, but
Our big problem is those Japanese beetles. They get on everything, eat them. You
Oh
know.
man, those are wicked little bees. Little
Yeah,
critters. Hmm.
yeah. They can tear up an entire tree
something
in a
really
day.
did an umber on this one. Look,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay.
they like the broccoli, whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you learn as you go, and
That's
next
true.
year I'm gonna get something to try and keep some of the bugs off of them. So
Yeah.
I don't like to use pesticides, but if they're gonna eat it all, there's not much sense in me growing it,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I know. The same way, like in my backyard, we're gonna have to like invest in some serious bird netting. I think next year, you know, because I'm not gonna
Yeah.
spend all this time growing this stuff and just watch it get all eaten. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think DDT and a few other chemicals were a great invention by man. It's definitely helped up the production and feed the world. So, but
Yeah.
we can't get a little carried away with it. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, there's other stuff out there you can use too that's better
Yeah, absolutely.
than some of the real. Like I'm not gonna go and get one of the real harsh chemicals for it or not. I'm just
Right.
gonna get something.
Yeah.
My wife has always been partial to Seven Dust. I don't know.
Yeah.
if you,
We use that. We sure do. Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, we're looking at trying to maybe get a fall uh, garden going here for some of those cold weather vegetables and stuff.
right.
I didn't get on it this spring. Just too many bad things going on.
Yeah.
I was like, well, maybe the fall is like, let's get something going here.
I heard that. I was telling Al I'm 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days away from retirement. So
Oh gosh, wow.
yeah.
That's
And
got to be like mixed feelings.
it is, you know. I mean, because I've been in uniforms for 40 years.
Yeah.
You know, and it's I mean, there was one guy at work today teasing me, and he changed the words around to like from Star Trek, and he said, you know, this is the final mission of Dave. Its 40-year journey was to boldly.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but it is, you know, because it's going to mark for me a monumental shift in what I am, because I've been doing this since I was 19 years old, you know,
Yes.
and so, but I am looking forward to it, and whatnot, and
Mm.
getting the opportunity to, you know, bring the camping to a next level and all the other goodies
Absolutely.
that we do. Absolutely,
Absolutely.
man.
Yeah,
So
I keep looking at, and I'm like, what was it? I was looking at my IRA, no, 401k the other day, and I'm just like, well, in another 5 years, I can dip into that without paying any penalties,
right,
I'm like,
yeah,
do I really want to do that? I'm like, part of me says, yes, you do.
yeah.
The other
Well,
part
you know,
says,
for the last couple of years, I had actually toyed with the idea: am I going to keep on going and everything like that? But you know, I just got to the point where I would like to go while my health is still good and I can actually go out and do some stuff.
exactly.
You know, and you know, if I keep on hanging on and hanging on and hanging on, before you know it, you know, I told my wife, I said I could see it now. I hang on another 10 years. I mean, I'm going outside and have fun now. You know,
Right? Yeah. No, the golden years aren't always so golden. Man.
yeah, yeah,
By the time you make it to the end of the yard, you're fit to go back in.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Heidi says, "What are you planning to do in retirement?" Heidi, I am planning to go camping. We're going to do a lot of little trips here and there, you know, and do a lot of videos and uh, just garden, or I don't know whether what I do is called gardening or not, man. It's a kind of mini farming.
Sure.
I can tell you what Dave is going to do. Dave is going to quit his job and become a full-time YouTuber.
Well, that's probably a given.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So Heidi, that is pretty much it. You know, there's no big big super trip that we planned. It's just a bunch of little, those little tiny plans that people make. Say, yep, I'm gonna sleep late and all that kind of stuff. But Mountain Moon Invest, Dave, you want a cat for retirement? We got 3. We had 5, and I anticipate another cat showing up here. Because I'm sure the Brit MRE's in the house, dicking around outdoors just as long as full timer doesn't mean making retirement money. Yeah, because if you retire at 62, you got to watch what you make.
Yeah.
Here in the U.S. because they'll penalize.
Right.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my wife. She was today. She was talking about how she doesn't make as much money as me, and she goes, "It's not a competition." I'm like, "No, look at it as a competition.
Yeah, look at that.
Earn
Yeah.
more money than me, please. Please do.
What are you talking about?
I'll take second place. That's fine."
We had the same conversation here, John, and my wife makes a bit more than me.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't feel the least bit intimidated or threatened or anything else, man. If you want to win the race, win.
Oh, please. Yeah, it's like I ain't gonna complain.
Yeah. Life with Belinda and Chuck is in the house. Let's see who else. All right, man. But like I said, feel free to share your links and stuff. That's why we're here. Rusty, bent but not broken, is in the house. All right, man. Anybody else wants to come up here, feel free to join us on this live. So,
Yeah.
But
So I've had some withdrawals. I haven't been able to be on any lives for like the last 4 days.
right,
I mean, even just to kind of poke in and say hi, I'm like, it's been so busy.
yeah,
And
Only 4 days. I think the last live I was on was yours, eh?
wow.
oh
I was
wow,
on Manufacturing after yours. That was the last time I was on live.
Mm.
right. And I just told Al a few minutes ago, that I had actually caught a couple of lives during the week that I normally don't see, and it's it's just not possible to get on every day, and like I said, the bigger you get, can you imagine? Let's say you have 1,100 subscribers, and let's say 800 of them produced a video this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
And
just
even
pretty
if-
much
yeah.
near impossible to watch it all.
I mean, even if the videos are 10 minutes long, you're not going to be able to see them all.
No.
And if the videos are like this live, it's 2 hours long, hour and a half long, or something like that. Imagine just we'll throw some numbers around, 800 times 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You run out of time. There's just not that many hours in a day. And then if you work or any chores or anything like that.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Well, that's like my wife asked me there today. She said, "Did you get all caught up on your videos?" I'm like, "No,
no, that's never.
no, not at all."
And the crazy thing about YouTube is, like, if you don't notice somebody for a while, they literally just disappear.
They do.
Yep.
And it's just like I think I'm at like 1,000, near 1,067, 1,066 or something like that. And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember all 1,060 some people. I just don't,
But you wouldn't be able to. It's really hard to keep track of it. The bigger you get, the more people you're gonna lose along the way. That's just gonna happen. It's
right. Yeah. Yeah.
You try your best to keep up with the ones that have been here throughout, but
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and you're right. I've got at least, I'd say probably 100 of you guys that we're almost routinely watching each other's videos.
Right.
Yep.
And if I can get to see those and stuff like that, then that's pretty good. But there are some days where if it's raining outside or something, I'll sit here and watch as many videos as I can.
Right.
Try to make a comment,
Right.
let you know at least I was there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. These lives have been a lot of fun. Even, a lot of them, I'll come in there just to say hi,
Sure.
But it's neat to see the new personalities.
Yeah.
And like the cooking, like Al, you're always cooking something, and it's actually, that's, I love food, so I've actually been talking to other cooking channels, these
Sure.
actually professional chefs, and I'm
Right.
like, it's really fun. And then that next thing you know, I'm branching out another. Anyway, meeting a lot of people, and so that's really cutting down on my video watching time, like content.
Sure. Yeah.
And even I've cut back because I was trying to do Slingshot Sunday and Tomahawk Tuesday,
Right.
Fired Up Friday, and then One Learning. I'm like, that's 4 videos. I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
I couldn't do it either. I know what you mean because I was doing. I'll usually release a good video on Monday, like a review of a product or something,
Yeah.
and then we do the live, and then I would always try to do Fired Up Friday, and then one or two other things. But you couldn't maintain that pace. It's just not.
Right.
Yeah, and still go to work and take care
Yeah.
of all your chores and everything like that. Digging for Health is in the room. Good to see you. Yeah, but what I'll do though, a lot of times I'll locate like somebody's video, and I'll turn the big screen TV on, and I'll
Yes.
watch it by way of while I'm eating dinner,
Yes.
and let the whole video run through,
Yes.
and that way it gives you maximum help or anything like that. And,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're watching. It's like, I think that most people that are putting it out there, especially if the bigger they get, they realize, okay, not everybody's going to have time to comment. And because some people, at one time, I'll make a comment and they'll say, "Oh, you do watch my videos." I'm like, yes, I just don't always have time to comment. It might be passing. And then I
Yeah.
don't know how many times I've started making a comment on the phone. Something comes in, I have to just back out and answer the call or whatever it is. I'm like,
Yep.
and then it's gone.
Right. Yeah. I'm the same way. It's just like you'll have so many. I'll hit like and heart.
Yes.
But it gets so busy and stuff and everything. Let's see who else has come in the room, snuck in on us here. Okay, Brett Armor. Okay, I said the Brett Armor MRE was in the room. Let me post that link up here. And you missed the Canadian Beaver there, John.
I saw him.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw him out there doing the cheers and stuff.
Oh,
So,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
that's awesome. His little daughter Brooke is having her birthday today. So
That is awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, those are the moments right there.
It
I
is.
mean,
It
Yeah.
is. It's just having the opportunity to share little pieces of what's going on in your own families and stuff like that. I mean, this type of format has made that possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's. I know I've told you guys before. I did not get this online friendship thing before, but now I do. I'm like, there's so many people that's similar interests, close enough, and we just want to hang out.
Sure.
We talk politics or any of that other stuff that
No.
everybody's arguing about. I'm like, well, y'all can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're all putting out better videos than you could see on TV anyway.
Oh my God,
that's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And
Yeah. I'll go through all those channels, and I'm like, crap, garbage.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, there's a live. I literally sat down. I was hitting the power button. I saw Dave Collier live. I'm like, that's what I'm watching.
That's where we're going. Yeah. we don't have cable TV anymore. We don't have antenna TV. I do have Apple TV where I can stream some stuff.
Yeah.
But we canceled Hulu, Netflix, BritBox, and the only thing I currently have is like Paramount because I like to watch some Star Trek shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I spend 99% of my time on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But that's why I kept Netflix, because there's a lot of Star Trek on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I see
Hey,
where Nichelle Nichols passed away.
Wait.
Lieutenant Uhura, she passed away.
Well, that's
Yes,
why
I
I
gotta
saw
see.
her. That's why I saw her picture the other day.
Yeah, she was 89 years old. I think she passed away in Arizona of natural causes.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Well, glad it's natural
big.
causes, but it's still. I'm like, you would think, well, come on, another 5-10 years, right? Yeah, get over that 90 hump, right?
And I see where Tony Dow, remember Wally Cleaver?
yes,
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, he passed away. Yeah. But But yeah, I think let's see, William Shatner's still around.
He is. That
Sulu's
dude.
still around. Chekhov is still around, I think.
Shatner got to go to space.
He did. I
Yes,
watched that video.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you? Did you see the post that was made about that? He put up the thing and he was like, "Stick it to you, Picard. I actually did go to space."
Right. But they also did another video with William Shatner. They went to his house after the flight.
Yes.
And they were interviewing him, and he says, I don't mind telling you, he said, I was scared absolutely.
Yep.
You know, he said, when I felt that rocket rumble, my hands were like death grip, you know.
Sure, yeah.
And he said, like, that's going to matter, you know.
You're
Right.
sitting on thousands and thousands of pounds of explosive material, and they're just shooting you up. So
yeah, and August
Gotta be.
29th, the Artemis, the NASA's Artemis will blast off and go around the moon and come back to the Earth and splash down. It'll be an unmanned flight, and I think they're going to do that twice. And then 2024, they're going to send a human back to the moon. So
That is so cool.
it's about time. It's about time we did that.
I've been
In my
watching
opinion.
the moon landings and stuff, and I'm like, man, that was one heck of a camping trip. Can you imagine that? I mean,
Yeah.
it's really, you take just enough to get there. I mean, the last one, they were there for like 3 days.
Right.
So, you know, right. And but I'm like, get there, just enough food, water, and weight. I mean, you're an aluminum foil rocket, and you get back there. I'm like, what?
And you're right. I mean, the crew from Apollo 11, they were down there, what, 2 or 3 hours?
That's it. Yeah, they were hardly down. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you hear Buzz Aldrin talk about it, and he says this is a story that never got quite told. They had the little switch that ignited the engine. Well, the cap had fallen off of it.
Oh no. Okay.
And he said there was a gap in the metal framing that they just could not get it. You know.
Oh no.
And he said, of all things, he had a black Sharpie in his suit or uniform.
Yeah.
And he took the cap off of it and he shoved it down on that thing. And he told Neil, he said, it will work. And he goes, well, if it don't, he says, we'll be right here for an eternity, you know.
Oh gosh, that's the truth.
And he goes, don't wait another, push that button. And boom, it went off, you know.
Wow.
But
yeah, it's just guys making it up as they went to get things done. Yeah. I was watching the Skylab, you know.
Yeah.
It's like they were like, what are we going to do with this, you know?
The Brett MRE says, Dave Collier camping. Would you jump on, but away from the PC Saturday at 6 p.m.? I'll be starting a 24-hour stream, 6 p.m. UK time until 6 p.m. Sunday evening. A massive community get together. Hope you can drop in. I absolutely will, Brett MRE. I will definitely make a point to drop in on you sometime during that 24-hour period.
What day is he saying that he's doing that?
That would be Saturday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
That'll be UK time, so we just need to do the conversion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, after my shift, I work Saturdays, so I should be able to swing by just for a visit for a while.
Yeah. We'll be there. At least some of us will be. We'll try to get there. All right. Yeah. Digging for Health, how are you doing? Heidi, how you doing? Heidi, I've been watching your little gardening stuff. You're doing good. Doing really good. Looking good.
Let's start getting ready for smoking up some pork here.
Sounds good to me. Yep. Looks like Al's getting ready for some cooking too, if he's not already.
Oh, I got my burgers on.
Got your burgers on, yeah.
Al, I love it. You're always cooking whenever you do these lives, man. That's awesome.
This is my supper time.
Well, it was like if you weren't cooking, I'd be like, "What's going on?
Yeah.
Are you sick? Are you feeling?"
That happened. It happened twice. No, once. It was only once I wasn't cooking something.
Oh,
and I tell you what, of all the channels that we know, Al's channel is the most aptly named that there is. You know, it describes.
Yeah, that's true. He's always on his back still. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I just had some fries delivered to go with my burger.
All right, man. That's good.
Nice. There we go.
Thank you. And she bring me salt.
Okay.
I think that's a little clearer there.
I see it. We see you fine. Absolutely.
Yep, we see you good.
Yep. See you good. But
Yes, I do
Big
have
and Trail says drooling over Al's burgers. Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. So I found another channel. I have to go look for his name again. But one channel, he actually has the same grill as I do. The smoker is the
Oh, really?
charcoal.
Uh-huh.
And when I saw him, I was like, "Hey!" And he goes, "Wow, I can't believe somebody else has the same grill."
Really?
I was like, "Everybody else has the electric or propane smokers." I'm like, "Nah, I like this price." It was every time I look at those $500-$600 grills, I'm like, "I don't like this. I don't like that part," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why would I spend that much money on something I'm going to complain about?"
Well, I agree with you. I mean, if somebody gave it to me, I'd be glad to accept it.
Right.
But of my own accord, spending $500 or $600 on nah. Well, you see what I use? I use that old grate outside,
Mm-hmm.
and that was
It works. I mean, all you need is heat, and
$45 Amazon purchase.
there you go.
So yeah.
Here, let me go dump this real fast.
Al Digging for Health says they just subscribed to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Here's my barbecue.
Oh, hey, that gets it done, man.
All right.
Yeah, that definitely gets it done.
And I have a backup. I have a little backup grease.
Oh, okay.
You see it? Yeah.
Cool. Ashley's in the house. Ashley Ratliff. Say hello to her. My Red Bar Farm says they got to go. You take care. And I thank you for dropping in and all that. Ashley says we will be at the beach next month.
Nice.
All right, man.
There we go.
All right.
This is like I cannot be anti-technology. I'm sorry. I'm like I love the outdoors, but it's just too cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this time a couple of years ago, could any of us really have imagined doing this?
No.
No, not really. Yeah.
I got a question though, and it doesn't go for everybody, but it does go for a lot of people. People that are out doing the bushcraft channels and stuff like that, they all get like, oh, I can't have my phone on. I can't have anything technology going. Why? You're out doing a video on YouTube. It's all technology based.
Yeah.
And the way we live in the world, like, for me, I have to be in areas where I can be reached.
Sure.
So if my phone goes off in a video, I don't freak out. I'm not trying to bleep it out or anything like that. I mean, like, that's a part of life now.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure if all of y'all have listened carefully, even when we do these lives, you'll hear my phone go beep. Beep.
Yeah, but I mean, why do so many people seem to think of that as a really big taboo?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we need this technology, otherwise there's no such thing as YouTube.
Yeah.
I just call them purist. I mean, it's just on that spectrum.
Right.
The word. Some people are more purist than others. Like I watch the thru hikers, people that do the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Rim, and they want to hit every step. And like I've seen where certain passes in the mountains is closed because of fire, snow, or whatever else. So then they go out and they find other ways to do those miles, or they come back and do it just because they want to say they do it. In the bushcraft world, let's take bow drill. Some of them, if they say hey, you have to go out and procure everything every time.
Right.
Go out, harvest the materials, chop it down. And so I've learned when I talk to them, when I'm doing stuff, I'm like, well, if you want to learn bow drill, this is how you can. Right. I'm like, this is how you can learn. Now, if you want to go to the next level and test yourself in the woods, try that other thing.
Right. Exactly. But you know what, though? We would not know that they were a purist or anything if they didn't videotape it.
Right. Exactly.
So why be such a big taboo on technology if you're going to use it?
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, I
my
use the technology to sell it. I'm like, for these kids, I'm like, hey, look, where I set up my hammock, I've got a ridge line and I've got my cell phone hanging on there so I can lay there and watch a movie at night.
Sure.
Like, I mean, the two worlds can meet.
They can, absolutely. And if you ever visit me, you'll see where like 5 worlds meet.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
I got nothing against people that want to leave technology home for a night or something like that. I mean, like I love being able to go and not
Just
have anybody to reach me and not be able to be reached or anything like that. That's perfect in my opinion. But I still would take technology with me. Like my camera will go, my phone will go.
Sure, absolutely. I agree. Ashley Ratliff says she's going to Virginia Beach. Well, Ashley, I live about 20 miles from Virginia Beach, over on the Newport News side of Virginia. Mountain Moon Adventures, can't have fire on my porch though. Hubby will lose his mind.
You gotta do it
my
right.
wife wouldn't let me do a fire on my porch. I do one all the time.
Oh yeah,
You gotta do it right. That's like, look. Here's the thing. I've always got a fire extinguisher with me.
yeah.
That's right.
I've got a big container of water sitting there behind me. So if anything ever happens, first thing I can do is pop this, and then I got a whole big container of water. It's about 25 or 40 liters of water over there in the container.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, Al, I do fires every which way. I've used all sorts of methods to light it, and if all else fails, I got lighter fluid.
Absolutely.
But the big thing is be safe about it. That's all.
Yep, absolutely, man. Hey, man. Got that burger done yet, man?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to take them off. I gotta get my cheese slices open.
Oh, okay.
But like my fire pit is actually 3 cinder blocks turned up, so it's raised up off of the deck. It's not against the water on it, so it stays cold on the bottom.
Well, you see that grate that I use. What you can't see is underneath it. I have cinder blocks underneath it.
Yes, yeah.
The moisture from the ground getting into the charcoal. So yeah. BC Jerbs is in the house. Hey, BC, good to see you, man.
Jerbs.
Yeah, Jerbs is here. All right, man.
That dude's been doing a nice job of being a moderator on my lives. So
awesome.
That's hard. I mean, that's hard work. I had a pretty good. There's a nice conversation going on the side while I was talking to somebody else on the screen. I think I was a good 30 comments or so behind. I was like, "Holy cow, there's stuff going on here."
Yeah. I know what you mean, and it's just a good moderator is really cool. I've been toying with that idea of using that Nightbot, but I don't know, man. I don't want to get so fancy that it's just,
Nightbot is good, but you still need moderators.
I agree, absolutely. Craig's Outdoors Adventures in the house, awesome. All right.
Little Dog or somebody was talking about. No, it was on. I think he had a live, but somebody was talking about how some of the spammers, people try to use that Nightbot to get around, and you have to be real savvy to keep them from getting in there, all the porn stuff. And
absolutely. And you know what? I have found to having a bunch of moderators, people that I know in the room already, that way they can sack them.
Right.
Yeah. Because all you got to do is anybody that's got moderator powers can go ahead and sack, somebody that's doing that porn type stuff and all that. So,
dang, Al, that looks beautiful. Look at that stack of love right there,
oh,
man.
Goodness. Yeah. Indian Hancock is in the house saying hello to Al and Johnny.
Hey, man.
Grumpy Grunt says, Jerbs, good to see you again. Twice in one day, man. Awesome.
That's very chewable there, Al. That's
chewable. You want to enjoy this? It's already starting to drip on me, though.
I think I can smell it all the way down here to the coast, man.
Oh, probably.
Wade Gullet says, now that's a great burger. Heidi says, now that's a burger. All right.
I am going to enjoy this.
Oh, heck yeah. All right.
Yeah.
See, just because I can do friction fire doesn't mean, oh, man.
Oh, wow. That's
that
beautiful.
So good.
That is beautiful. Yeah. Well, John, I agree with you, man. Just because you can don't mean you got to.
Oh, man. I mean, that's the great thing about technology. I'm like, we human beings have figured a few things out.
That's right. Yep. Can you imagine what it might look like 100 years from now?
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
I mean, it really will be the old beat me up, or or
like
in Wall-E where you got that little hologram in front of you or something.
Yeah, population Mars 200,000, population Moon 1 million.
I still remember those cartoons on the Jetsons having the little TV on the watch, and now the little smartphone watches are like
it's normal. Yeah, absolutely. It's just completely normal. Kelly says now we're all hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
All right, man. Let's see who else that's got come up in their room. Brit MRE has shared their link. So let's see here. Yeah, that's a beautiful sandwich there.
The
Absolutely.
cheese is all melting right out of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Hey.
looks like he's got junk now.
Digging for Help said he thought one was for him. You didn't show up, so sorry.
40 and Broke is in the house. Fun fact: George Jetson was born
He's the one that
July 30th, 2022. All right.
All right. There we go. Let's see here. Nothing special about my barbecue tonight. I'm just going to do a basic rub and try to get the smoke right.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. So.
Grumpy Grunt says, but does it taste like prime rib, Al? No.
They're good. They are good.
I've eaten those brisket
like
burgers a number of times. They're pretty good too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. They don't really create the fire, the intense fire like hamburger does, but man, they are really good. So.
Yeah, that's a nice beefy flavor there. I remember Tyler or something or another. He had this food rescue show.
Right.
He was experimenting, and then when he tried to make the ultimate hamburger, he really liked the brisket burger. He ground that up. That's got good flavor on that one. So.
That's what I used in that double pie iron thing that I had. I used those brisket burgers. So it worked really good. All right, Dicking Around Outdoors says, everyone have a great afternoon, evening, got to run. Take care, man. Good to see you. Dicking for Health, try to share a link for everyone that isn't already a moderator. Let me know if I missed anyone. I appreciate that, Dicking for Health. I know everybody else will appreciate that. And,
in mentioning your pie iron, Dave, I love the cherry pie one that you done.
Oh, man, that was a good one, man. Oh,
that looks so good.
Oh, Lord.
Man.
I'll tell you what, though, you do one like that, you make sure it cools down a little bit because it's like eating molten lava. that cherry stuff, that gets hot. Oh, my goodness. But, I mean, you can smell the whole backyard smelled like cherry pie.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, I actually, because of that, I went out and bought some ingredients to make a cherry pie. Now, it's canned, but...
No.
Still, cherries is cherries, man.
I'm like, hey,
that's right.
Somebody had to pick them and can them. So I mean, it's not like they're fake.
Yeah, but those were some good pies. And then the leftover stuff that I couldn't get into pie iron, she made a pie in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a cherry pie in the house, man. So it's just, and we were sitting there saying, which one's better? I said, well, I'm not getting into that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that one. But
got a little splash.
That's a trap.
BC says, Jeremy says, jumping out to do some watering. If you're still on, I'll be back. All right, man. We shall see. All right.
It's hard to believe. Jerbs has so much rain there. It's hard to believe it could dry it up enough where he would actually have to water, but you know, that's nature for you.
I'll tell you what, there's been more rain here in the last like 3 or 4 days than I'd say a lot of the places out in the western United States had in a year.
Yeah, we're having a dry one here this year. So
right.
I don't know. Fortunately, I guess was it irrigation and stuff? We've got enough water to water the plants, the corn and stuff. But yeah, it's been a dry one. I'm afraid of if it's piles on 2 years in a row, what the consequences will be.
Yeah, it could be pretty bad. It's like, I mean, you look like California and Arizona and all that, and Nevada.
Yeah.
You know, so, but I hear Arizona and the Mexico have entered into an agreement to build desalinization plants.
All right, there we go. I remember talking California when I lived out in Monterey. We talked about why they should do more of that. I'm like, it's right there.
Right. Yeah, you got an unexhaustible supply of water in the Pacific Ocean. So, I mean, I don't know, man. You figure back in the 1930s that they had started something like that rather than damming up the Colorado River.
Yes.
Life would have been radically different, you know. And but they say northern Mexico and South Texas and all the way up through Central California, nothing but dry as a bone, man.
Yeah, that's sad. I was watching a special on the Colorado River and how we outsource it all. I mean, it's nice to grow the gardens and stuff going, but yeah, it dries up. You go for this by the time it gets to Mexico, and so for the show or whatever it is, they did open up some water, and all of a sudden the Mexicans were like, "Whoa, the river's flowing again!" You know.
Yeah.
I was like, they got to a point where they were in a canoe, and all of a sudden the canoe wouldn't go anymore.
Right. Right. Yeah. And Grumpy says energy intensive, expensive to desalinate seawater. Yeah, but they got to do something there, Grumpy. I don't know what the answer is, but
Maybe boats do it.
yeah. But I was watching this the little blurb on YouTube, and they were talking about the news from Mexico, and I mean the entire northern third of Mexico, but it's just drying up.
Yeah.
So Prepper Jack is in the room. All right, man. So, but yeah, but if not, I heard somebody on one of their lives say that they're going to end up the population of the West, the U.S. West will probably end up having to move back east. Because
I have wondered that.
Yeah.
With all the supply chain issues we're having, and there's only so much water out there, I'm like, will at some point we truly have a major league recession?
Right.
I don't know. Have you guys thought about that?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time because you take like these big cities, LA and San Francisco, if they don't have the water to sustain their population,
yes,
where's it going to go to?
Right.
And it's got to. Well, they have really just one choice, and that's move back east.
Right.
So.
I don't know. Maybe they can get enough windmills and solar panels to run their desalinators.
Yeah.
The big issue that would come up there then is, though, if everybody moved back east would get overpopulated very quickly.
Very quickly, yeah. I mean, you take like where we're at now. I mean, I don't think you can stick many more people up on this peninsula. It's just and you get on the south side, what we call it, Norfolk, Virginia Beach. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but maybe the southern states can handle more people, but I don't know about Virginia. But
well, I'm grateful I grew up in a time where we did have more land. Like when I go back home and visit, all those fields now are just neighborhoods now.
Yeah, neighborhoods, exactly.
And I'm like, wow, so I got to grow up in a different time, a different style, and of course my parents are like, oh, you should have seen it back then, Yeah, I guess that's the truth of each generation. So,
well, I mean, you're right though, because I remember when I was growing up, 90% of what's around me wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, and then I'm sure that generation behind me, 90% of that wasn't here. So I mean, this
right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Now we might have the opposite of Waterworld. Remember that terrible Kevin Costner movie?
Yeah.
Although I guess if what they say is true with the melting of the snow caps, I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah.
We can be like in Florida. They got those homes on sticks.
Right.
On the stilts.
Yeah. But I tell you what, I mean, the human race has been here a long time, so somehow or another they done figured out how to deal with all sorts of things. So
yeah, I think that's probably one of the best traits about human beings is we adapt.
Adapt. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, not to get political, but something nobody talks about.
Okay.
Warming. I was listening to a scientist, and he said the sun is getting hotter.
Uh-huh.
That ain't man. That's just the sun. It will naturally get hotter and hotter, and it's going to get bigger long before it's burning out and where it expands and gobbles up the earth. They were saying it is going to get hot enough where there will be no water on Earth. So I'm like, remember that is probably the bigger factor than anything. So So we should enjoy it while we got it, I guess.
That's true.
People were around for the last ice age, and we survived that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So the only big thing I could see now is if another ice age happened.
Right.
We would lose so much technology. I don't know if people would adapt to not having the technology.
Well, some would. There's enough.
Not many.
The intellectuals would struggle, I think.
Yeah, Grumpy says water is the next oil. Yeah, you might be right there. Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's see here. What do you think? Should I go with a sugary type base on this one? Let's see here. How spicy do I want to go, fellas? I'm doing my rub.
There you go. All right.
I never put nothing on them burgers. The only thing I did, I cooked them on the birch.
Cool.
No salt or pepper or anything like that?
Nothing. Nope.
Now, the other day, I was talking to some fellas. I was putting on a basic rub, just to get a nice bark on the steak. And they were like, John, try just salt and pepper on one of them. I said, all right. And a whole lot more beef flavor there. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you can get away from it too much.
Yeah.
I'll have a hard time not salt and peppering something, though.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. Salt pepper is going to end up in there somewhere, that's for sure.
That's usually what I go to with salt, pepper, and sometimes I'll put onion powder and garlic powder.
There you go.
Right.
Other than that, I usually don't put anything else on my meat.
Hey, if it's good meat, it doesn't need it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep. Digging for Hell says, I can survive pretty massive changes, but I live in southeast Georgia. I think we would die without air conditioning. You got a point there.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
No air conditioning, just lay around, do nothing all day. I'm
good. But that for sure, if you didn't have all this technology, I don't think you could support the population that we currently have.
No, then we would starve.
Yeah.
I've met with a lot of the farmers, and they talk about the olden day where they could only do a couple rows here or there. And now the machines are so wide and on autopilot. It's amazing how precise that equipment is for us to feed the world. I'm like, man, technology, it's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Yeah. Indian Hemlock says, yeah, it's hot down your way. That's for sure. All right, man. Indian Hemlock is like living in a sauna. That's for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Wash the hands again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, that was a good burger.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good, man. So who was it that ended up winning your drawing?
Believe it or not, Jack on Outlaw Camper won.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. The wife, she picked the name for me.
Uh-huh.
And she pulled it out. I opened it up. I was like, oh my God, it's Jack.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah, that's cool, man.
It is. Yeah. That's gonna be. I drew it on Sunday because I wanted to give it as long as possible.
Right.
So I could get as many people in on it as I could. And I drew it on Sunday, and I'm hoping now to get it out to him this week.
Oh, okay. Cool, man. Indian Hemlock says my vines are looking good. Yeah, everything has pretty much been harvested now. We've been eating a bunch of them. That batch of wine we made, I mean, it's still...
That's awesome. I saw that video today. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Man, it's still
is coming through.
Yeah, it's still going to town. The yeast and the sugar is still bubbling up a storm, so...
That is cool. I mean, I've seen people like my neighbor, they would make wine in their bathtub.
Uh-huh.
And but I never saw the bubbling processes and watching the color change like that. So I'm like, I'm really enjoying that little series. I mean, that's cool.
This is the first time I've ever tried something like that. And I remember grandparents and all that generation, they would make ciders and stuff like that. And you would watch the thing change, the apples change from like a golden color to more like I don't know, amberish, reddish,
Mm-hmm.
And them on occasion making the mistake of putting the cap on too tight. And,
oh no!
Yeah.
I've heard stories of making split pea soup in a pressure canner or a pressure cooker and getting plugged up and exploding and all. Like
I wouldn't put pea soup in a pressure cooker.
The whole ceiling just full of crap,
Yeah.
I can't. I wouldn't. It's too thick. I wouldn't put pea soup in a pressure cooker.
No.
Oh, I do now. Nowadays, there's so many safety valves. No big deal. But
right.
I still wouldn't do it.
Still wouldn't do it.
No.
Although
Yeah.
pea soup is so easy, yeah, I just boil that. I mean, that's done in like half an hour.
That's cool. Well, I'm hoping that here in maybe say 2 weeks that that wine will finish doing its thing, and we'll give it a little taste to see what it tastes like. But everybody keeps saying they think it's going to taste pretty good.
I think it
sounds
will.
like you did the right. I mean, you did your homework
Yeah,
as far as how sweetness. You chose the middle ground, as I recall.
yeah, the middle ground, and the only thing I could see that's really strange about it is the way everybody was talking. That usually after 7 or 10 days it would stop bubbling and stuff.
Yeah.
This has not. This is still just blip, 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 and so
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe just because of the full package of yeast. I mean,
that's probably it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Might
And that-
take a little bit longer.
yeah. And that was bread yeast. That wasn't wine yeast either.
Mhm.
And everybody says wine yeast makes a little bit more of a mellow taste.
Okay.
Bread makes more of a drier taste.
Woo.
If you change the amount of sugar, it has an effect on what the alcohol content is and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I
everybody's
can just see you puckering up, going,
boom. Well, they say this stuff should be somewhere between 13 and 18% alcohol.
"Yeah, no, have a glass of that and don't drive."
Yeah, don't drive. Yeah.
Now, when I was younger, I used to make a blueberry wine with the fresh blueberries, just blueberries and sugar in the bottle, and let
How
it
was
ferment.
that?
It would actually stay bubbly.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
Kinda
like
champagne
a
thing,
flat wine. It would stay bubbly, and it would taste. It used to taste really good.
Right.
Really good.
Right. But like I said, this is the first time I've ever done something like this, but I remember the old timers back in the day. They would go to a store and they would buy like big bags of sugar and stuff like that, And in some parts of I don't know whether it's true all over the place, but in some parts of the U.S., if you buy, they will not allow you to buy but certain amounts of sugar at a time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The same thing with the yeast, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it has something to do with man realizing that if somebody comes in there and buys 200 pounds of sugar, they're not just doing putting sugar in their coffee. They're
Right.
doing
Right. A little bit of
I
champagne.
love my sugar.
Because you're back in mountain country where you get your moonshiners and stuff.
yeah.
But could be also. I don't know. Let's see.
Wonder Monk says, "Hey Dave, how's the wine?" Maybe that's the answer. Well, Wonder Monk, it is still bubbling on away, and I am following the instructions from some of the gurus that say that let it finish doing its bubbling, keep it in a dark, warm place. Then after the bubbling stops, give it about 1 more week, let it all kind of mellow itself out, and of course, most everybody's saying don't shake it.
Yeah, no, don't shake it.
Don't shake it.
Talking about your wine.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys have these little we got them up here as Oasis drinks? There's a fruit drink in like a little plastic bottle, singles.
Yeah.
You can take. Okay. I had bought a package of them at one time, and one got opened and laid in the cupboard.
Uh-huh.
Do you know that thing fermented in the cupboard?
Really?
Yeah. When I opened it, I took it out and I was like, how did this get in there? It's already open. And when I took it out and twisted it, you could hear the tss all coming out of it. And when I sniffed it, it was after turning into wine.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
So, all you got to do is pick up your little fruit drinks and lay them around the house, I suppose.
I've seen many videos where these guys just go out and buy a fruit juice from their local market, and as long as it doesn't have preservatives in it, they put a little bit of sugar in there and a packet of yeast, and 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing with it though. It was open and there was maybe a mouthful gone out of it, and then the cover got put on and it got laid back in the bottle.
Right.
There's no sugar, no yeast, no nothing, but it was the brand I believe was Oasis, and it was a natural fruit drink.
Uh-huh.
And the blood, it fermented turns like.
Yeah.
When I took a sip of it, you could just taste like pure alcohol come out. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, fingers crossed that I'm figuring maybe 2 more weeks, and we may actually have a finished product. I haven't decided. Once I finish it, do you put it in the refrigerator or just leave it at room temperature?
I'd leave it at room temperature.
Yeah, but I've seen it done both ways. But to me, it would kind of ruin, the natural flavors of it. I don't know, but
that's going to be your new brand. That is,
yeah,
Dave's Winery.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. Call your camping the fruit of the grape or something. I don't know. But, yeah. Prepper Jack says, Extra Johnny, what do you have on the barbecue?
Well, I'm getting ready to throw these here pork. Let's see if I can show it to you here. I'm going to be throwing these 2 pork roasts on here. One's sirloin.
Yeah.
And the other one's as a butt, so the shoulder, really.
Yeah.
So I just got the charcoal going. I think I've actually used too much charcoal.
I'm familiar with that. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I don't know. I think I'll run the smoker a little hotter than normal for the first hour or so. But you know what? These are big pieces of meat. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not trying to win a competition.
Nope.
I think I'll be all right.
Yeah. To me, every time I do that or Dutch oven cooking, it takes some time to figure out exactly how much wood and charcoal creates a certain temperature and stuff. And
oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I made the biscuits and gravy, I had a big old fire, put a nice bed of coals on the side, and that way I could put a little bit on there at a time. And now, since it wasn't lump coal or anything like that, that stuff went pretty fast. So I was surprised. I actually went through every bit of it, but it was just enough to make it work. Oh, yeah.
I had used, you pretty much used the Kingsford briquettes.
Yes, those are great.
Yeah, Lodge puts out a chart based on the size of your Dutch oven, how many needs to be on the top and how many needs to be on the bottom to create 350 degrees or whatever it is that you want to do. But
under ideal conditions, I was doing an outdoor class and they were trying to teach us Dutch oven cooking. I didn't say anything because I've done it before, but it was a cold, moist day, and they about not top of the line charcoal.
Right.
Yeah, nothing cooked.
No, yeah. When you see these videos that all this wonderful things happen, I guarantee you, the video you were seeing is the polished up product.
Yes.
Because I saw one of the channels here, and I think it was Plain Old Chuck. He did a video with a tent or something.
Yeah.
And he showed how everything went completely wrong.
Yeah.
It couldn't have gone any wronger,
Right.
It's just and I cook outside a lot using Dutch ovens and stuff, and rarely does it ever go exactly the way you want it to go.
Oh yeah, almost never. I was watching even on TV where they show the gatherings, the rendezvous, and they do cast iron competitions, and they're doing all kinds of biscuits and stuff for people to try. And they were like, "Oh yeah, a lot of biscuits get thrown out, and you just see them thrown all burnt, all get all." It's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's like you mess with knives, you're going to cut yourself. You cook in the kitchen, you're going to burn something.
Yeah.
You're going to crack
like this pie iron stuff. Oh gosh, I've been doing this like all the time, and I'd say 85% of the time it works like a champ.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, it gets too hot, or it doesn't get hot enough, or something like that. And and what I always like is when it's cooked for a little bit, and I lift that one side up.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably hear the surprise in my voice. Oh, it worked!
yes. Oh, every time, even when I make char cloth, I'm like, did it work today? Yes,
it worked. Yeah.
I'm expecting to find dust one of these days.
And then when it doesn't, you get your camera, you hit delete.
You want to get a good laugh? You check out some of the tarp setups that I've done.
Oh,
okay. they don't. There's one where you take the tarp and you put the back of it out flat, and you take the two front corners and put them in, so you make like a diamond,
Right.
almost.
Yes. Okay.
And you put the stick up in the middle, and it's supposed to make like a tent. That
Yeah.
didn't make it for me.
No.
No.
So,
But I posted the whole thing because it showed what I was trying to do. It just didn't come out the way I pictured it in my head. It was supposed to come out.
right.
Yeah, I've been trying to, I don't know, dance that dance where I don't mind sharing mistakes. I want people to say, guess what? Yeah, we're all going to goof up. Same point, I don't want to be so long. People will be like, okay, Johnny, an hour and a half.
Yeah. We did those shotgun shell barbecue things the other week.
Oh, man.
It turned out good, but about a quarter of the way through, I realized that there was just too much heat.
Yeah.
So we were sitting there trying to scoop these things up and put them on tinfoil and move the tinfoil over top the heat and stuff like that. And it looked like it was about to go sideways, but we managed to get everything under control and stuff. But I think last summer we tried a low country boil, and the finished product turned out good. But what I tried to do is I tried to put that Dutch oven inside of a large Dakota fire hole. And the flame was so intense coming out of that fire hole that the everything in the Dutch oven was literally just jumping out.
Wow. Yeah, I can see that. When soon as you said Dakota fire hole, I'm like, that's some intense heat coming out of that.
Yeah. So,
now, I found it interesting. What was it? My neighbors back when I lived in Omaha, they're Greek, and so they always had lamb for Easter and stuff, and the husband is a vegetarian. So then I see him trying to roast a whole lamb.
Oh,
so look, how much barbecuing you think this guy does, right?
Yeah.
And so eventually he's like, "Hey, John, can you give me a hand? Make sure I go over there." It's not cooking. Well, look, so he's just got a little bit of coals, nothing to capture the heat.
Right.
And so I was like, well, here, let me get some bricks. And I started stacking them up on either side.
Bingo.
All of a sudden you started to hear that skin crackle and started to get some color. And it was just one of those. In the end, it was great. It was great. But it was one of those, how do you know? You see everybody on the movies,
Yeah, I was going to say that. How many times we all watch Westerns and you see old Festus or Matt out there and they got a hen on the stick.
Yeah.
Well, it just don't work like that.
No.
Yeah.
You've got to have the heat directed up because if the heat diffuses, I mean, it's going to take you 14,200 years to cook that hen.
Yeah.
It's like, the only way to cook like that is if you've got an open fire like that. I find is cook directly on the coals.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
But if you're on a spit and you're like a foot off of it, the likelihood yeah. No. I mean, the movies make it all look like it's all romantic and all that kind of stuff, but
Well,
so
the other day, here's another one where the movies got it wrong. Okay, Flint and Steel. You guys have all done Flint and Steel, right? Okay. So they had some type of kids documentary as far as what life was like back in the 17 and 1800s, and so they're trying to show to do like how to do Flint and Steel, and so the guy's got the rock sideways. He's just hitting it down. He couldn't get any sparks. The guy had zero technique.
Right.
No cloth. No. And I'm like, and they're like, it's really hard. I'm like, well, yeah, the way you're doing it. Sure.
Yeah.
And then, so I sent that one to Orion, who does like Flint and Steel every day. And he's like, dude, that's just painful on my eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. But I know I've heard a number of people ask me, can we actually do videos where it shows the disasters that occur? Right. And I say, well, if you watch my cooking videos, the first minute or two of it is always a disaster version. It's it literally is like you're launching a rocket, and you don't really know whether it's going to go boom, or go straight up. But,
one time I made a breakfast sandwich, and it was on a little canister stove, and for some reason or another, I was moving slow that morning. So by the time I put my egg on there, that cast iron was already smoking, And
Right.
it just went sizzle, sizzle, and it started black in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that was going to be tasty.
Yeah.
That was going to be some deep.
You know, I wish that I had the camera technology and stuff that I got now when I was younger, because
Sure.
so much stuff that happened
Yes.
Yeah.
would just be like, people would just die at it. They would.
Yeah.
It'd be fantastic to be able to have it all on video.
Sure. Absolutely. Because back when I was young in the '60s and the '70s, you're right. If we could have had a camera to videotape some of this amazing stuff, because let's face it, it's now 1965, and you're sitting there watching your great grandfather make hooch or wine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been alive since 1870 something, so he's seen something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's seen it go good. He's seen it go bad.
Right. Oh, yeah. I've had that. I wish I could have captured more times with my grandparents and my parents, and because those conversations, I cherish them. But how much more could I have retained if I actually got to have those conversations again now? Because it can relate a lot more.
And you think about if you could go back and you remember probably what your grandfather said to you or something like that. Son, pay attention, all right? You're
Yes.
gonna do this one day. And you're like, oh man, just come on.
But did you? No. What are you getting on with now?
Yeah. But I mean, back here in Virginia in the '60s and stuff, there wasn't a grocery store on every corner. It was a different place, man.
We had one stoplight where I grew up at.
Yeah. And everybody pretty much plowed up their entire backyard and had a big garden.
Yep.
Sure did.
Nowadays, you can't have a garden in the front yard because they'll say, "Oh no, the house covenants and all that other stuff." Homeowners association.
It's the same way here too. Yeah. Go ahead, Al.
My grandfather had animals. He had cows and chickens and ducks and goats, and he had vegetables growing in different places. And I used to go up helping him and cleaning out all the stables and stuff like that, and just doing stuff with him and for him. And if I was able to keep all of that in some way.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know about Canada, but here in the U.S., we're so overregulated. There's so many rules, that you can't have but X number of chickens. You can't have so many cats. You can't plant a garden in the front yard.
I think there's some rules and regulations that they got now, but back in the day, no, nothing was really looked at like that.
No, man, we got away with lots of things back in the day.
Yeah. Well, you think back in the day, I mean, there was no Lowe's or Home Depot to go get a university-sized piece of wood.
No.
Grandpa went out in the woods, chopped it down, they milled it up, and there's your floor.
A 2x4 was actually 2x4.
2x4. It wasn't 1 by 7/8 by
3 and a quarter or something. It isn't.
Well, if you wanted to learn something out back in the day, was it Time Magazine when they came out with certain little how-to books?
Sure.
I mean, there weren't that many how-to things. Nowadays, YouTube, how do I make this, And
right.
Look it up. You can watch half a dozen videos real quick. I'm like, oh, that's how you do that. So, I was watching when I was getting into bow drill, watching somebody, and they were making the hearth board, and suddenly it became a piece of wood. And I'm like, I was like, I've been so removed from everything. I'm like, yes, John, wooden planks come from a tree. And you can't do it with a knife or a hatchet. I was just like, oh gosh, I knew it, but it was just like, oh, I was insulated.
And I have found that if I'm watching a great many other people's videos, I can take a little piece of something that they're doing that what I'm doing is not quite exactly up to snuff.
Uh-huh.
They watch my videos and like, hey, if I take his little idea right here, and I think that's where we all starting to come together.
I agree.
Yeah, we're all like, oh, look what he did. Okay, yeah. So
most of my videos, especially if I'm in the woods, is ideas taken from other people.
Yeah.
Right.
Make it your own.
It's things I've seen other people doing on YouTube and things and things I used to do when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of relearning it now because I was out of it for so long, and I'm watching people do this, and I'm saying, "Hey, I want to go and do that."
Yeah, absolutely.
But like that tarp setup, like I was saying earlier, I was trying to do. I've never seen that done before. I saw somebody setting it up, and they're like, "I got a 10x10 tarp. I'm gonna go try it."
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So it makes for good videos. It makes for good conversation, especially if you meet up with the people that you're watching that are doing these things.
Right.
Now I'm trying to do better. At first when I learned something, I was excited just to be able to do it and make the most rudimentary video. Now I'm like, calm down,
Right,
and tell people I got this from such and such. And I'm like, now here's what I'm going to try a little different or the exact same or whatever.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. Yeah. Graveyard prospecting is in the house. Backwoods Boy Small Engines in the house. Good to see y'all and everything. So, it's but like I said,
I wish we had recorders in our eyes.
Yeah.
Now, in saying that, I have a head-mounted camera that I wear sometimes when I'm doing some stuff.
Yes.
The one I wore when I did the zipline video.
Oh,
that was a head-mounted camera that I had that sits like right here, so it basically sees everything that I'm seeing.
Yeah, I can see that would be really handy. Yeah, sure.
I'm really tempted to do that for like fishing videos. I've seen people do that because that one I did, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
At the same point, I'm like, it would be more interactive if I had it right there. There you go, Dave.
Sure. Yeah, this kind of rig, I mean, it has its purposes, but there's some limitations to it,
Yeah.
Now, I've got a little Wasp camera similar to the GoPro that I had mounted here. Yeah. And what I found was it was really hard to get the right angle for, this is where I'm looking. You might be off, up or down a little bit. And every time you move it or adjust it, you got to try to find that sweet spot.
Yeah, where you reach up there to turn
the side one. There's better.
But with the one that I got, it's literally, the camera literally looks like this salt shaker, like it's a circle.
Oh, okay.
And it fits, so if it's tipped down, you can see it. If it's down too far, you can line it up with your eyesight.
Gotcha.
And it works.
That's like out of Aliens and stuff from the movies,
It's like the little camera where he's just sitting in the truck and he says, "Your camera's not working." He goes, "Bang! Is it working?"
Right? Yeah. Good memory. Good memory.
I love those movies. I got the whole box set, so I remember all of them.
We were talking about Thanksgiving.
Take care, Wandering Monk. Dan Backwoods Boy says he got my sticker and he's having some made and he'll be sending out. Graveyard Prospect. I do various videos. My kids show their kids what the grandpa did. Awesome, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, but
that's wonderful that he has it. But I was gonna say, Al, my father-in-law, he's like, he remembers one year the kids wanted pizza. So he's like, "How do you guys feel about pizza this year?" And I said, "That's fine, as long as we're together. I'll still do turkey dinner that weekend." But he was thinking about a movie marathon. I'm like, I was thinking getting the John Wick ones, just all action.
Sure.
But those Aliens ones, that would be a good one too. Good candidate.
It would.
Yeah. Nice marathon as well.
Because there's the set that I got the original 4 Alien movies in it. And then, of course, I got the Alien versus Predator set.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, I had to.
Yeah,
but that would make a really good
Predator.
That would make a really good movie marathon.
Yeah.
It's like, and just what food would we be serving? How many times would you have to come out, make hamburgers, come out for chicken?
You'd have, if you got the Alien thing, you got to serve like shrimp and stuff like that because they look like little.
Yes.
Mountain Moon Adventure says, "Hey, where do y'all get your stickers printed?" Al, I mentioned you before. I got mine from Sticker Mule online. That's where
I got mine too. Yeah, Sticker Mule.
I have to buy more for them. My
dog. I gotta get more too. I'm almost out of my stickers, but there's. Let me get it over. There's the Sticker Mule logo.
Yep, that's a Sticker Mule.
And all of these stickers were done by Sticker Mule,
Yep.
except for the little red one. That one.
Right.
But they do quality. They do have some quality stickers.
Yeah, they do. Next time I'm thinking about trying their holographic type stuff where it kind of shimmers in the dark, you know?
No, that'd be all right.
I was thinking about trying maybe doing some magnets off it, because you can get magnet stickers too.
They had 50 for $29 the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not bad. 50 magnets for $29.
No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. And
Bonfire, that's right.
For me, that'd be probably double because I'm in Canada.
right.
Oh, Dave, I was going to ask, have you looked? You were talking about shirt supplies. Have
Yes.
you tried Bonfire?
I have not. I've tried like 4 or 5 different companies, and we got one more that we just found today. I think my wife found it. We're going to go up and talk to them. Biggest problem is colors and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
they have everybody has such a limited supply of colors.
Right.
You know, and same way with sizes. I mean, not everybody's going to fit into a small shirt.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
I'm going to order
We're
some more.
certainly not going to fit in small.
No, not me either.
Well, now that I've finally broken the 400 barrier, I'm like, all right, 500's out there, and I want to try to do a nice giveaway.
Right.
And so I want to do some shirts with barefoot buddies on the back there.
Oh, cool.
And then put like a number, like, and
Yeah.
my wife said I have to do 3 digits instead of like a jersey. Like they're watching Stranger Things, it's like 006 or whatever, 001 or something like that. I said, okay. And my wife is like claiming on 001 though.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's going to get the 007.
Yeah. Well, what we've been trying to do is I've been slowly collecting up a bunch of stuff, and instead of being like one big massive giveaway, everybody that routinely interacts with me here in the next little bit, I'm gonna start mailing y'all some stuff.
Oh, nice.
That is a nice idea.
Just spread it all around. That way, everybody's gonna. I'm gonna try to touch as many people as I can.
That's what I did with my little. I had 3 or 4 of the little bow drill sets and sent them out to some people.
Yeah.
I did just a random. You're a subscriber. Here you go.
Right. But that's what we're doing. I've got a bunch of stuff here behind me, and we're trying to solve this shirt issue and stuff like that. And I told her, I said, I don't want to have like this big thing and have one person walk away with the whole bounty. I would much rather it spread out all over the place.
Right.
Somebody holds up, look what I got. Oh, I got a fire steel. Oh, I got a mug. I got a shirt,
Right.
That's what LB did, Woman Outdoors, when she did hers. She gave away a ton of stuff, but she randomly drew and what she did it on a live giveaway.
Right.
So it was only the people that were in the live, but you had to be a subscriber.
Right.
And what she did is she just used the giveaway tool on StreamYard, and if you won a prize already, you don't qualify for another one. So
I saw that, and that was a neat idea, but I think I'm heading in a slightly different direction. And like I said, if if I've got like one of your stickers, or you send something bigger than a sticker or something like that, I'm going to respond to you, and in a personal way, and the supply issues is what has created the biggest problem. I'm trying to find the stuff.
This economy is still brutal, I'm like, but it's not a recession.
No, not a recession. Yeah.
I was like, gas, it's like it's cheaper than it was, even though it's 3 times more expensive than it was before.
Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, I've got a 2019 Ford Ranger, and this time a year and a half ago, we could go up here and fill it up for $28.
Yeah.
Now it's anywhere from 50 to 70, depending upon what time of the month it is.
Right.
And it's if you go to any store, and I'm sure it's the same way everywhere, you may not find a certain type of food. You may not find clothing. You may not find if you won't need a car part.
No.
It may take weeks to get a car part.
It took over a month for us to get our last car back. I was talking to the mechanics. They said quality control is all but gone now.
Right.
3 out of every 4 boxes that they open up, they have to return.
Right.
It's all garbage. And so we've gone through a couple engines and stuff. It's nuts. So my gas bill, now we're only one of us really drives. I get to work remotely, so I poke around a little bit, but still our gas bill for mostly one person driving is still more than what it used to be, the combination of the two.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And it's just you can go out and say to the grocery store here and buy, say, 3 meals, and easily run up a bill $70 or $80.
Oh,
yeah.
Easy. Or let's say we get so busy we can't cook, we want to run to McDonald's. To get a couple of full size meals, you're talking $25.
Yes, you are.
And
a value meal ain't so much of a value anymore.
No.
I buy my beef and my pork local, right? So I've already bought it. So I buy almost no protein at the store, and I still have a hard time staying under $100.
Sure.
I make my own desserts.
Yeah.
I make my own stock, and I make my own biscuits. And I'm like, even then, I'm like, dang it. I'm like,
Tarsha's in the house, triple threat. Wade Culledge's still in the house. Let's see who else is in here. Graveyard says, Dave, send me some of that wine. I would love to. I'd love to go into the wine making business. That would be kind of very interesting. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing as soon as I finish collecting up all the little trinkets and supplies that I want. I'm gonna start mailing stuff out.
That's really thoughtful.
Yeah,
that's
that way. Yeah, everybody's gonna get a piece of something, or at least I'm gonna try to, get that but
I think that's inspirational. I'm trying to. I don't know, just being generous, and I'm trying to be generous with my time, but just giving out random gifts is not something that comes natural to me.
Me
either. I'm always looking for ideas. So I'm like, that is really cool. I like them. Uh-huh.
And I got to admit, it really that would be my wife's thought, because I'm like you, John. I consider myself a nice person, but to think outside the box and try to think about what is the nice thing to do, I'll probably miss the mark. Until somebody goes,
Yeah.
A lot of us get that sometimes.
Yeah.
All of most of my videos and all of my 4-H classes, I'm always like, honey, I need
a conscience.
I need some twist on this. I'm like, I got the grown-up guy, but I'm like, how do I get tailored down to a kid and make it fun?
Yeah.
It's so hard.
But over the last about 3 or 4 weeks, I've been slowly. I'll see something like on Amazon or something, and I'll order a bunch of it.
Uh-huh.
Then I'll see something else and order a bunch of it. And then eventually here, not too long in the future, I'll have enough stuff where I can start, mailing it, and you'll just suddenly open up your mailbox and like, what's this?
Uh-huh. Well, I hope your paycheck, your bank account's ready for all that shipping cost.
That's another big thing too.
That's the big thing. That is.
Yeah, fuel cost and stuff like that. We wanted to order some pens that said Dave Collier.
Okay.
And it was like I think the bill came to almost $127, and we said no. We'll figure some other way of doing it,
So Al, you mentioned setting up bow drill kits. Well, I shipped 2 bow drill kits, and I actually put long bows.
Oh no, mine were only like this big.
My gosh, I paid out the nose for that.
Yeah, I was surprised how much it cost to ship that, actually, because it was only a little envelope.
Yeah,
it wasn't very big, and it wasn't very heavy.
Right.
But it surprised me when she told me the price. I was like, really?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I'm sending them out anyway because I've already, I've already picked out people to send them to. And
when Manisfaction and Grumpy and Legion sent me those knives, and I saw what it took them to send it here, I'm like, oh my God, man. So it was like, but, but I guess it still goes to the thing. I mean, if people were generous with you, you got to be generous right back. The best you
Exactly,
can.
pay it forward. I
Yeah.
think this David Burkholder sent me a 8-pound box of fatwood from Florida.
Right.
8 pounds. I
Yeah.
think it cost like $35 or $40 or something like
Right.
that to ship that.
And then Mark Kratz sent me this
Yeah.
big box of.
Yeah.
There was like spam and
Yeah.
sea salt, and I'm like, man, it must have cost him a fortune.
Yeah.
So.
And so I'm like, okay, dude, I'm telling myself, up your game. I need to be nicer to people. I mean,
Yeah.
be generous. It's
Right.
like I've had a blessed life.
And,
Be generous.
and that's why I think the idea was born that instead of having like one big drawing and one person walking away with all the loot,
Yeah.
Try to spread it out,
Yeah.
and it may not be like all at one time. It may be a batch will go this week,
Yeah.
batch will go next week, another batch will go the week after that.
Well, it will be kind of hard to send it all at once just on the cost of shipping alone.
Right.
And it's purposeful, just kind of into your routine. All right, this week I'm doing a couple more and a couple more and
couple more, and and then just kind of do it like that. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it's 6:46, and we got to get up at 2 in the mornings and go to work. Yeah, I know. 4 more months. 4 more
all
months.
right.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna pop a cold one here.
yeah. Well, I appreciate all y'all hanging out with me tonight and stuff like that. And of course, we'll do this again next Wednesday. And if y'all do lives, shoot me a message. I'll try to get up there. And I know yeah, there you go. I know Al's coming up.
Still haven't gotten mine up yet.
I got Sunday nights. I'm doing my Sunday nights. So
Sunday night, and I think Brett MRE is doing one on Sunday night too. So
that's right. Yeah, he's got, doesn't he? Oh, no, Britt MRE's got Saturday through Sunday. 24 hours,
that's right. Yep. And then of course
Just-
we'll be here.
Just so everybody knows, I'm not going to be doing my lives from out here on my step. I have a new location to do my lives from. I got it set up. I just haven't got to do my live yet.
Yeah, I know.
My brother.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
All right.
It's coming.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna say good night. Y'all take care, man.
Good chat. Have a good visit. I've enjoyed it, guys.
Bye-bye,
Thanks for
guys.
having me. See y'all next time.
Take care,
See
man.
you, everybody.